Welcome to City News. I'm Bill Katsardis.
Good evening. I'm Jacques Aristide.
Coming up in the program, more pressure on the government to ban medical research on animals. 250 members of parliament sign a motion.
And the property market continues to boom, but some grey clouds are looming on the horizon. But first, the latest news.
49 opposition activists were also arrested at the rally on Sunday. Back to you, Jacques.
Thank you, Melissa. The government is under pressure to reassess the value of using animals in medical research. 250 MPs have signed an early day motion calling for an independent scientific evaluation of animal tests. However, protest organizations insist animal experimentation must continue. They say it has produced major medical advances and is winning public support. Lined up for laboratories, each year about 3 million animals undergo experiments in the UK. A new survey shows a majority of people now approve of animal research. 7 out of 10 believe it's acceptable. That's a record high.
Even when most of the public support us, if we stay silent, it can seem as if there's a lot of opposition because the animal rights groups are very vocal and they make a lot of noise, so just their voice is being heard. We do need to be more active in running campaigns on the other side.
Researchers like Dr. Festing say these tests are essential to save human lives.
There aren't alternatives at the moment, and almost every new medicine, every major vaccine or surgery is developed using animals, so there are huge advantages and medical benefits to people and of course to animals as well.
But other scientists don't agree. They doubt the value of animal tests. They say the only way to settle the matter is through an independent and transparent scientific evaluation.
I believe that in this day and age, we have more sophisticated methods of testing new drugs before they go into humans. I think that we need to move towards more personalised medicine and that it's too difficult to tell in advance which animal tests of the many that can be performed are going to apply to humans. There's no way of knowing in advance.
Beyond the scientific dispute, the debate sometimes gets overheated, with animal activists using violence and intimidation. They often clash with police forces and threaten people.
I think they are driven to do these extreme things. It's not my way, but I understand why they're driven to it. Let's put it that way.
So, should animal testing stop, or should it go on to save human lives? That is the question, with no clear answer yet. London's bankers earned almost £9 billion in bonuses last year, according to the Centre for Economics and Business Research. The city's high-flying 20-somethings are known as the Young Guns. Our reporter Daniela Silbenstein went to find out how they are spending their share of the profits.
Is life all about accumulating wealth? An elite group making up less than 3% of city workers is cashing in. These are the Young Guns. Earning that kind of money can only mean one thing. It's time to spend, spend, spend. According to a survey, over 25% of bonuses are spent on luxuries like jewelry, watches, mistresses, and lovers. A lot of money is also going into shiny new Ferraris, Porsches, Aston Martins, and other expensive cars, and into property.
Some more business news now. European stocks have joined a global sell-off after reports of concern on the US economy have hurt markets in Asia and hit Wall Street. We go to AJ Reddy to tell us more now.
Asian and European stocks crashed after concerns about the US economy and mortgage industry dented Wall Street. The UK's FTSE tumbled 103.4 points.
Smoothies have become the leading beverage of health-conscious consumers in the UK. According to Mintel market reports, £134 million were spent on these fruity drinks last year. But are smoothies really as nutritious as we have been led to believe? Melissa Sek reports.
What do Strawberry Cool, Peach Passion, and Blueberry Hill all have in common? Whether a meal or a treat, smoothies are becoming a global trend. Statistics say that 34 million litres of smoothies were drunk by Britons last year. And with companies like Boost preparing to launch all over the nation, smoothie consumption is expected to triple by 2011. According to the Food Standards Agency, a healthy diet consists of 2 to 4 portions of fruit a day. Although a smoothie is equivalent to 1 portion, they may not be as healthy as we think. Some of the potential problems, according to nutritionists, include tooth decay, obesity, and type 2 diabetes. Therefore, you may want to think twice before ordering your next smoothie.
The story of John Charles de Menezes, the Brazilian killed by the police in London, is to become a drama on the widescreen. Stephen Frears, who made The Queen, is the executive producer. As Carolina Cavalcanti reports, the film will focus on events before his death and impact on London's Brazilian community.
Morrer, todo mundo morre.
Everyone dies one day, that's a fact. The problem was how it happened.
Stockwell Tube Station, South London. Here, Jean Charles de Menezes was mistaken for a suicide bomber. He was shot to death by the Metropolitan Police. It happened 2 weeks after the terrorist attacks of 7/7.
The events before the Brazilian's death and the drama his family and friends faced after the tragic incident will be filmed this summer. The idea is to reveal the human side of the story, rather than assuming a political position on the death.
In order to make a political point, you don't have to talk about politics. You talk about the man's life, and then indirectly you touch, all the other issues surrounding him. Because the interesting thing about Jean is that he had nothing to do with the war on terrorism. Actually, as a Brazilian, his death only became so well known because he died here. Because had he died in Brazil, killed by the Brazilian police, nobody would even remember his name.
Patricia is one of the characters in the film. As Jean Charles' cousin, she has been representing the family in London.
Foi uma coisa assim inusitada, né?
As it was an unusual, tragic and controversial death, we thought it could be a great way of showing the world who Jean really was.
A gente achou que de repente seria uma boa ideia para poder estar mostrando ao mundo quem foi o Jean realmente.
None of the officers involved in Jean Charles' death was charged with murder or manslaughter. Only the Commissioner of the Metropolitan Police is to be prosecuted under health and safety laws.
The Science Museum in London is hosting an exhibition on spying. The director of the exhibition hopes that this will inspire children to use their brains in a fun way. More than 3,000 school children have so far been to the exhibition, Inutu Himanje reports.
If you are lucky enough to pass the first test, you get your brain scanned.
These people are unaware that if they don't beat the CCTV cameras, they're being watched, and the images get to appear like this.
So next time you see a CCTV camera, think what it is there for.
A spy is very hard and can't always get out and in so easily.
This exhibition is not just for kids. Even adults find something of interest.
Well, that sounds very James Bond style.
Well, that to me, Bill, seems Mission Impossible for you. Anyway, that's all for tonight.
From all of us here at City News, have a great evening.
Goodbye.